The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. An argument arose among the disciples about which of them was the greatest. Jesus realized the intention of their hearts and took a child and placed it by his side and said to his disciples, "Whoever receives this child in my name receives me, and whoever receives me receives the one who sent me. For the one who is least among you is the one who is greatest." Then John said in reply, "Master, we saw someone casting out demons in your name, and we tried to stop him because he does not follow in our company." But Jesus said to him, "Do not prevent him, for whoever is not against you is for you." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise.
For about 8 years before I entered the seminary, I had a great job. I was fortunate to get the job when I was about 21, 22. I worked for an international trade company. It was an interesting job. And one day, the manager, the vice president, I guess, asked me to go to a port, to take some photographs of some cargo that came in from Chile that was badly damaged, and it was an interesting cargo. It was around 10,000 bottles of Cancho y Toro wine, hundreds and hundreds of bottles of wine. So I went to this port in a major city, and the port was located, of course, on a body of water right next to a major urban interstate highway. And of course, there were rail tracks coming into the port, and the port was located next to a major airport. I went to that place and found the cargo, and there was an unbelievable amount of noise. You could hear the cars and the trucks on this major highway located next to the port. And as I was standing there next to this cargo, a huge Boeing 747 came, just must have been 1,000 feet up, getting ready to land. And there were 2 or 3 trains coming into the port, one leaving, one coming, horns blaring. And there was a ship getting ready to disembark that tooted its horn. I stood there in amazement. And I thought to myself, it was this time that I was beginning to think about going to the seminary. I thought to myself, this is too much noise, too much activity. The activity is above me, it's below me, it's all around me. And I wondered in that moment, where was God? You know, in our modern day, I think that we are bombarded with noise and activity just like that, even in our homes. I mean, you think about the ceaseless amount of noise and information that is coming to our eyes and our ears, and we are constantly bombarded by aural sensations and stimulations that literally take us away. And I sometimes am very concerned for our very young people, our teenagers who are almost absorbed by these devices that we have. And I wonder, can we hear God in the midst of all of that? Can we hear the Lord? I would think that perhaps one of the reasons that we in our culture today are so argumentative right now is that there is just too much. There is too much around us. And I think that particularly as Catholics and as disciples and as evangelizers, we need to show our neighbors and our friends how to stop and how to go into peace so that we can hear God's whisper of love to us in our ears.